Hey everybody, this is Rick from Sparkki, here to give you the next weekly update that we have put together for you. This is Sparkki Weekly Update number 16, some of the progress that we have made with the software, some of the features that we have implemented based on your feedback, and most importantly, what we're going to be working on here in the upcoming week. I'm really excited to be here with you today because I'm going to be sharing with you all the progress. I'm going to be giving you a small little demo. We're going to be walking through the whole entire changelog. And most importantly, if you want to access this entire blog post, you can head over to blog.sparkki.com and you can get access to the entire blog post. You can watch this video again and you can get any summary or any questions you might have. You're more than welcome to go ahead and shoot those over. We're happy to help in any way that we can. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it. This is Sparkki Weekly Update Progress number 16, Account Management. Now, we've been working really hard to get this feature out, and there's a tons of different things that we have worked on, and I'm going to be going through each one of them here through the entire video. So make sure if you have any questions or any concerns, you drop a comment below, you reply to any of our emails, and we can go ahead and talk to through any of those problems that you might encounter. So I have a couple of things that we worked on here. We added a development environment for external services over a CDN. Now, that's a lot of words and not a lot of meaning. So what we have enabled is when we are testing and when we have production, those two things are two separate things. So the content that gets created and delivered goes through our CDN. So there's a content delivery network. So when your students are either in Africa, Mexico, Latin America, whatever other part of the world they might be in, what we do is we actually distribute the content to a content delivery network, and when your students request a lesson, request a video, request an audio, we actually detect the edge destination of that file so they actually get the most optimized speed for them wherever they might be in the world. So this is what a content delivery network does. We went ahead and rolled out that feature, so depending on where your students are, they're going to have a much more better experience of getting that content a lot faster to them depending just on where they might be in the world. So content delivery is out now. We have both tested it in our development environment, and now it's also in our production development environment as well. So for production, it's available. For development, it's available. The content delivery network has been deployed, and that is now in effect. So if your students are in a very remote location where internet is not as readily available like it is here in the US, they're going to have access to that content now just because it is going through a content delivery network now. So really excited about that. There isn't really anything on the UI interface aside from the speed itself. So if you have students on a different location that don't have that reliable T1 line or an internet connection that has more than 1 meg up, they're going to definitely see an improvement on video, audio, and just download speeds overall. So big shout out to the team for getting that content delivery network rolled out and officially launched. So there's going to be definitely a lot more speed from the system itself to be able to deliver content to a lot of the more rural areas. So we got that done. We also worked on profiles, account and billing, student views, the ability to be able to drip out content, sortable lessons by drag and drop. And then we also have launched our AllStar course launcher, which is a course on how to build your next course. And then we also applied a bunch of fixes here, and we're going to go through all these changes here. But first, before we get to any of those, we're actually going to be creating an account from scratch. So here I am at sparkki.com/pricing. We have officially launched our new pricing structure that's available now. So if you're a founder or if you got in with the software itself a lot earlier, lucky you, because these are the new prices that are now officially released. These are the new prices that we're going to be moving forward with. And then it's all just depending on how many instructors you have, how many students are currently enrolled. That's what determines the price of the software. So if you have no more than 10 concurrent students, the basic plan is fine. If you have more than 50 students, then you need $97 a month. And if you have up to 150 students, then you have are at the $297 a month plan. So if you got in earlier, if you got a better deal, if you got a different plan that we worked out with you, congratulations, you made it. You're pretty much locked into that price. Any new customers that we obtain are going to be going through this new pricing structure. Pretty much starts off with the 14-day trial, and then we're able to move forward with the next step there from them to be able to register and choose a plan for their account. So I'm going to go ahead and create an account here. I'm going to create an account for a professional plan because I do plan to have multiple instructors under my organization. I do plan to have more than 150 concurrent students. I do plan to have some of these things that I need. So I'm going to go ahead and sign up for the professional plan here. So I'm going to click Start Free Trial. It's going to go ahead and ask me for my name. It's going to be Ricardo Hernandez. And my email is going to be ricardo@sparkki.com. And then my password, I have it here. So let me grab that password. And I'm going to confirm my password. I'm going to make sure I'm not a bot. Let's see, did I get it right? I did. Okay, and then my card number. This is a testing card that I have. And my CVV is going to be 123. So pretty much, this is going to go ahead and set me up for a 14-day trial. It's going to show me on my next billing date, which is going to be August 20th, 2018. And the next billing amount, which is going to be $297 a month. And today, I'm not going to pay anything, but on this date, my card is going to get charged for $297. Okay, so it looks pretty good for me. I have my plan, my professional plan. I have a 14-day trial. I'm ready to register. So I'm going to go ahead and click register here. And this is going to go ahead and start the process of creating my account and setting me up with Sparkki so I can go ahead and actually start creating my school. So it says right here, verification code sent. It says, we send you a verification code to ricardo@sparkki.com. Please type in the code below. So let me go to my email and get that code now. All right, I have my verification code here. So I'm going to go ahead and type that in. I'm going to click verify account. And that's going to go ahead and verify my account. And I get pretty much verified that I actually have provided a valid email address and all that information is correct. So once you've validated your account, then the next step here is to actually go ahead and get started creating your school itself. So it says like, hey, Ricardo, thank you for signing up for Sparkki. In just a few short minutes, you'll be launching your very own virtual school. And you guys seen some of the previous videos. I go ahead and talk about, this whole entire wizard, but pretty much it's the same as it always been with same information. The only thing that has changed outside of that is the ability to be able to go ahead and name mine Jace Academy. And then right here is the new screen that we have. So this is a payment gateway. We have 3 different types of payment gateways that we support. We have no payment gateway. So these are just pretty much courses you're going to be offering for free. So these are massively open online courses. We have the Sparkki payment gateway. So these are payouts that go every 30 days. So if you want to pretty much use that one, all you need is a PayPal address. And we also support Stripe. So we have Stripe integration. So if you want to go ahead and use your Stripe account, you can use Stripe in order for you to be able to use your payment gateway with that option. So if you want to know more about the fees and all that belongs to each of those payment gateways. So if you do new payment gateway, you cannot charge for your courses. If you do a Sparkki payment gateway, we'll collect the money on your behalf and send the money out every 30 days. If you do Stripe payment gateway, they go ahead and get processed through Stripe, and Stripe actually deposits the money into your account between 2 to 3 business days. So those are the 3 options that we have right now. No payment gateway, Sparkki payment gateway, and then the Stripe payment gateway in order for you to be able to start collecting money there. We can go into here, it tells you more about each of those. So I'm going to go ahead and click on, I'm going to say no payment gateway for this one because I don't want to go to that screen. I'm going to click create school, and that goes ahead and creates the school there for me. So there's a couple of changes here from our previous release. One of the big changes here is that we went ahead and implemented a couple of things that are going to be here to help you really level up your skill as an instructor and really answer some of these other questions that you might have about creating curriculum, how to create curriculum, all that fun stuff. So let me go back to my change log here so I'll make sure that I'm actually staying on track. I have my profile changes. So let's go look at the profile. So if you go in account, this is a brand new account section where you can actually go ahead and update your email address. You can update your password. So if you go and change password, it's going to log you out, and then you go forget password, and then you'll be able to pretty much request a new password here. But I already have my password, so I'm going to log back in. Ricardo@sparkki.com. I'm going to log back in. Here we go, back to account. So we can change the password. We can change our email. With our email, we need to type in our current email address, our new email address, and then we need to confirm it with our password. If you want to update your profile, then there's no need to go in there and confirm it. You just simply update your profile by entering the data there. And that's updating the school name. So for school, you go back over here, Jace Academy, online school, like this. Boom, that goes in and updates the school. Update the first and last name. So we talked about the first and last name there. Change your email. We talked about the change your email, change your password, and then delete your account, and then developer API for school information. So if you come back over here and we go into school, you'll see here's the school information. But if you go under account, here's where you can go ahead and delete your account. Now, you got to be really careful once you delete your account, because once your account is deleted, there's no going back. All of your content will be, deleted and removed. You will not be able to recover nor restore any of your data. So please be certain before you click that button you really do want to delete your account. But the delete your account functionality is now available, and you can actually go ahead in there and delete the entire account, and pretty much the account gets deleted with all the files related to that account. So if we go back over here, let's go ahead and, before I delete my account, I actually want to show you one more thing here, which is a developer API school information. So if you go under settings and you go to developer, we have this school API key, and this API key is used to be able to pull information from your school for whatever other type of reasons you might want to pull information. So if you want to see how many courses you have, how many students those courses have, if you want to see your account information, like your email address, that type of thing, you can pull all that information from your school by using this school API key with whatever other applications you want to pull that information from. So really cool, really useful school API key that is available now. And then finally delete my account. So I'm going to go back into accounts. I'm going to delete account. I'm going to delete my account, and it's going to ask me for my current email. So it's going to be ricardo@sparkki.com, and then my password. And then I'm going to click in here. You have to type in delete my school. And this is going to go ahead and delete your school if you click on the delete button here. And it does take a minute for it to delete your school, but once it goes ahead and deletes it, pretty much get rid of your entire account, cancels your subscription, cancels any payments you've had, and it goes ahead and delete your account. The only time it won't delete your account is if the account has money in the account, then it won't delete the account. It will actually send out a notification to us to let us know that we need to go ahead and deposit that money to you in order for us to be able to actually go ahead and process the request of deleting your account. So your account can't have any outstanding balances. Your account cannot have any balance, and once those two things are checked off, we'll be able to go ahead and move forward and delete the account itself. So I'm going to go back into here. I'm going to go back into register, and I'm going to register once again. And this is a yearly membership that I'm registering for in this one. So I'm going to go ahead and register. Verification code. I need to go over here and verify this account once again. Okay, here we go. Verify that account. And then we're going to go through the wizard once again. So agree. And then Jace Academy, and then next, and then I'm gonna do just a PayPal one, it's fine for now. Rick@sparkki.com. There we go. Next, I'm gonna create that school. There we go. So we went ahead and created that. So let's go ahead and look here to the next part here, which is account and billing. So the account and billing is the ability for you to be able to actually go ahead and see your next billing date, how much you owe, view your payments from your history, cancel your membership, change plans, and then view your payment method. So if you go into account here, you'll see here's where you were at. Now we're going to billing. So inside billing, you're going to see your next billing date, which is right here, August 20th, 2018. The amount is going to be charged on your card, which is going to be $2,844. And your billing history here. Obviously, we have not billed this account, so you can't see any billing history right now. But once we start charging your card, all of the transactions and all the invoices and the dates and the amounts are going to be shown here with all the details relating to what was charged on your card. So for all that information, that's going to be displayed on the billing history of all the bills that we have sent you for using the software, and that will be available here. And you can see here next billing date, which is August 20th, 2018, the amount, and that's pretty much for the billing section there. So we talked about the pricing already. We view your next billing date, view the amount you owe, which is right here, and then view your payments you've made. We haven't made any payments, so we can't see them. And then cancel membership, change plans, and then view payment methods. So if you go to payment methods, you can see here the card that's currently on file, when it expires, the date it was added, and this is the card that's currently there. So you can see the payment method you have, which is a Visa card that we're using right now. If you had a different card, it will show up here. And we can go ahead and change our plans and cancel our membership. So if you go to payment plan, you can see here there's different payment plans that we can choose from. So we have monthly billing, annual billing. We can upgrade to any of these, or we can go to any of these as well. So for example, let's say if I wanted to go ahead and go into the monthly plan of $297 a month, you simply click upgrade here. It's going to go ahead and cancel your old subscription, start a new subscription, and then it'll tell you when that's going to be due. So right here it tells you August 20th, the amount's going to be $297. And if you go back to the payment plan, you'll see here we're in the monthly and we're in the professional. We're no longer in the annual for the professional price there. So that's how easy it is for you to be able to go in there and change the plan to a different plan that you might have. And anytime, if you just don't want to pay for the software anymore, or you're done using the software, or you've moved on to something else, you want to cancel your membership, you can always cancel by going down here. Not happy, no worries. You can cancel your membership at any time. So I'm going to go ahead and click on cancel membership. That's going to go ahead and cancel the membership, and it's going to go ahead and expire that account out. Obviously, right now we are on a 14-day trial, so that's why you'll see here next billing day says membership canceled, because the membership has officially been canceled at that point. So if you go to payment methods, you can see here's the credit and debit card information, payment method here, and we can go obviously change our plan to a different plan if you want to keep your account after the 14-day trial. So I'm going to go back into here. So the next part here is student view changes. So if you're inside the student view, we have a couple of changes we made there, but in order for me to be able to show you that, I actually need to go in there and go into course. So let's go ahead and build a course here real quick. So I'm going to go into create a new course, and I actually have the information for this course. Pull it up. I actually have all the information for my course here on this Google Doc folder. So I'm going to go ahead and build this course out real quick here. So give me a sec. We have the name. Do you have a domain name? I don't. Do you have a logo? I do. Here's my logo. Where's my logo? Right here's my logo. And then it's going to ask me, do you have a course description? I do have my course description. There we go. Do you have a course cover image? I do have a cover image. Do you have copyright restrictions? Sparkki Incorporated. It's going to be the copyright holder for that. And then author name is going to be Rick Hernandez. Author image, we have one right here. Here we go. Facebook share image. So I'm going to share image right here. And then Twitter share image. I have another share image here. And the price of the course is going to be $9.95. And publish the course, sure. And open enrollment, yes. And then Google Analytics, I haven't set it up, so I'm gonna click skip. Facebook Pixel, same thing. So here's all the information. I'm gonna go ahead and click create course, and that's gonna go ahead and create this course here for me. So if you go into customize course, you'll see here's the ability for you to be able to customize the course. So now I'm going to go to curriculum here. I'm going to go to add modules. I'm going to add a new module here that I have. There we go, the fundamentals. And then my description is right here. Okay, and then the image, module number 1. Here we go. We have our image. Here's our module number 1. So I'm going to go ahead and go through the next process here. We need a module in order for me to be able to show you the student changes here. So I'm going to go to lessons. I'm going to add a lesson, and the first one I'm going to add is going to be Longform PDF files. So I actually have an example here for a PDF file that I have for you guys. So I'm going to go to slide deck, Longform PDF, and I'm going to select that first module, and I'm going to publish that immediately, and I'm going to go get that file. So here's the file I have. This is a white paper that I have here that's about 22 pages long, and it talks about some fun stuff here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab that white paper, drag it and drop it over here, and it's going to go ahead and start consuming that PDF. Remember, this is just a PDF that I have, just a regular standard PDF, but it's like in a long form type of format. So if you come back over here, we added the ability to be able to support long form PDF files. So this PDF is going to take a little bit of time to get processed, but it went ahead and finished there like this. There we go. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what that looks like here on the student side, but we added just the ability to support those long PDF files. So I'll show you that here in a sec. Added the support for list of lessons for each of the lessons of the modules. So here's a list of lessons for each of the modules. I'll show you that here in a bit. Integrate a new player for students to view. I'll show you that here in a sec as well. Added a background image for the audio player. So I'm actually going to add another lesson here, and I'm going to do audio. I'm going to say demo, audio lesson, and I'll select module, and I'll publish that one immediately, and I'm gonna need an audio file. Now, let me go find one. My audio clip, drag this over here. Now we have this audio lesson. which other one did we do? So we added audio player, integrate a new player for students view. So we also need a video as well. So let's go into here, demo video, video demo, and let's select module number 1, publish that one immediately. And then we need a video. So let me go find a video. Okay, here's our video, drag that over. It's gonna go ahead and process that video. Looks like this audio one is done. Is there any other one that we need to do? So we have Longform PDFs, add support list for lessons. I'll show you that here in a sec. Integrate students view, new player, add background for music player, and then added the ability to be able to do drip content. Okay, so drip content. So let me go ahead and jump into that one here. So the ability to build drip content is if you have content that you want to release to your students and you want to release it sometime in the future based on when they have signed up. So this was actually requested by 3 of our instructors. This is a feature that a lot of people were wanting to implement into the software. This is something that they wanted to see. So based on the community feedback, we listened to you guys, and now we have the ability to be able to drip content out. And I'm going to share with you what that looks like here with a slide deck. I'm going to go into add a lesson. I'm going to do slide deck, and I'm going to say demo deck, and then I'm going to select the module. I'm going to publish this one with a scheduled release. Now, with scheduled release, we have the ability to be able to select the time when that lesson is going to be released, and we can select the amount of delay we want to have for that lesson. So if we go into select time here, we get this little clock, and we can select AM or PM. I'm going to go with AM here, and I want to release this one at 9 AM. This. I'm going to click OK, and it shows you right here, like your lessons can be released at 9 AM relative to your students' time. So depending on what time zone your students are in, they're going to get this 9 AM their time zone. So if they're Pacific Standard Time, Central Time, Mountain Standard Time, whatever time they might be, they're going to get it relative to their time. This is actually requested by one of our instructors because they have students all over the world and they want to make sure that they're releasing that content on that same interval of time. And then lastly here we have the delay. So you can go ahead and control the delay for this lesson. So you can say, I want to delay this lesson by 90 days. So from the initial point they signed up, 90 days later, they're going to go ahead and get that lesson. So this is the delay in order for you to be able to create that lesson for the student so they don't just get that content immediately when they sign up for the course. They will be receiving the content 90 days after they have actually went ahead and registered for that lesson. So you can go ahead and decide like where, at what time you actually want to go ahead and release that lesson. So this is kind of comes back to adding the drip content support and then making sure that those files get locked down so they don't have access to them. So again, the time is relative to the student's time. We accept 365 days in the future, so you can go as far as 365. So I'm going to just stick with 90 right now. There we go. And then we also accept 24-hour format, and then lessons are displayed in the student's view with a lock, so students can't use them, can't access them until they have reached that delay in time. So I'm going to go ahead and click next here. I'm going to need a lesson, so I'm going to upload that PDF that I had, and that's going to go ahead and upload that there. And it's going to take a little bit, and it's going to go ahead and process. We also went ahead and removed the weight. I don't know if you guys remember back in the day we had a weight, so we had to select the weight of the item inside this list. And what the weight did was it was originally designed for you to be able to organize where your lessons show up, like lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3, lesson 4. So now we have this ability for you to be able to do weight without you actually inputting the weight itself. We actually calculate the weight on our end, so you don't have to put that number in anymore, and that gets rid of one checkbox. Which brings me to our next thing here, which is sortable lessons based on a drag and drop UI. So we removed the weight from the UI. We integrated the ability to be able to drag items in that list and then process the update of the list. So when you sort things on that list by dragging them up or down, we go ahead and adjust the weight for each of the items inside the list when you drag and drop them. We also go ahead and process all of them. So we process all the updates for each of the lists, and then the weight reflects on the student's view as well. Now I'll share what that looks like for the student here in a sec, but I just want you to know that that weight functionality is now in place, so you can actually drag and drop those. So if you come back over here, we go into, like, let's say for example, this PDF, we want that one to be the last one. You drag it and drop it all the way to the end, release it, and that goes ahead and updates the order of the lessons. And this is when your students are taking the lessons, they'll be able to see them in different order, just depending on how you went ahead and sorted them. So let me see if the deck is done. There we go. Now it's done. So we have all these lessons pretty much here. We can drag and drop them however we want to go ahead and organize those lessons there. So I'm going to have the video first, then I'm going to have the long form PDF, and then the audio, and then finally the deck that gets released on that delay. So you can go through here, organize them however you want, and the organization is based on that weight. The weight is no longer in the UI, now it's just simply a drag and drop functionality. And we're planning to implement the same functionality over in the module section here, so be able to drag and drop these modules. But for now, right now it's only on the lessons view. It will be soon available on the module side as well. Okay, and then finally the AllStar course launcher. So let's go, before we get into the AllStar course launcher, I'm going to go into the students view and actually show you some of these things that we did with the student side. So I'm going to go into course details. I'm going to grab this link and I'm going to go ahead and register for this course here. I'm going to sign up. I'll say Rick at Sparkki.com, and I'm going to click register, and I'm going to log in, and there's that first module. And if you go inside here, you're going to get the first one, which is that demo video that we uploaded. Click play, that goes ahead and plays, and then let's go back over. Students view, so added support for long form PDF. So if you go into that long form PDF, you'll see here, here's that, that white paper that I uploaded. So you can click here next, and you can go ahead and read through the entire white paper here. So this is a really long white paper, but obviously it scrolls up and down. So this is what we mean by added support for long form PDFs, because before it was cropping it like at the halfway middle mark. So this way we can actually go ahead and access the entire PDF for your students to be able to view the entire PDF. And we're working on the data analytics side for this. So we'll be able to say like, well, how many of the slides did they, how much of the PDF was actually read? Did they just go through the first 3 or the first 4, so on? So added that support for long PDFs, added support for a list of lessons for each of the modules. So if you come down here, you can see here a list of lessons now for each of the modules. So this one has 4 different types of lessons. You can actually see them now. You can see the label for the lesson and then the type of lesson. So this is a video, this is a slide deck, this is audio, this is another slide deck. And then integrated a new player for students view. So if you go demo here, you're going to see here, here's a new player. Inside this new player, we have the ability to be able to control the speed. So we can go twice as fast, or we can go half the speed. And we can actually control the versioning here of the file that we're playing. So if you want to go down to 360p or 1080p, you can control the versioning there with this little new player. So the new player, it's pretty cool because it goes ahead and talks about how to control that feedback of the player itself, audio, playback, and then pause and play as we've seen before. But we're really excited about this new player because it brings a couple of new functionalities here, which I'm going to be sharing with you here in a bit, which is the audio player. So let's go into here. Here's that demo audio that I have. And this is just an audio file that we uploaded.
Test 1.
Which is just me doing a test. But pretty much this is an audio file, and we can control the background here. We can control the speed, and again, it's its own file that's an audio that can be displayed in the new audio player. So really, really excited for that because now we can actually have our students consume these audio files, twice the speed, half the speed. You can pause them, rewind them, play back in them. So really, really important part. This video player is going to become very, very important once we start integrating the functionality and be able to stop the player and drop a quiz at that moment. So that's going to be coming here pretty soon. We're really excited for that functionality, the ability to be able to stop and show a questionnaire for the students in order for them to be able to keep listening. So making sure that we reinforce that learning that's happening within the student themselves. Okay, so added that, integrated new player student views, added support for lessons from each of the modules, added support for the PDF files. And that's pretty much for the student side. If you go here, you can see here the order of them. We have demo deck at the bottom. So if we come back to curriculum, you see here's demo deck. So I'm going to grab this one, bring it all the way to the top, come back to the students view, and automatically gets sorted by pushing it to the bottom, and then it pushes the demo deck all the way at the top. And if you go to this demo deck, you can see here it says 11/14/2018 at 9 a.m. So this is going to be going to here, demo deck. Here's a deck right here. It's going to be published at 9 a.m., which is a 90-day delay from the initial date that it was published. So this is going to be on a 90-day rolling change that's going to go ahead and show 90 days in the future. So that's how that one works. So if you come back here, you can see here, this one's get published immediately. That's why they say published, and this one's on a 90-day delay. So that's how that one looks. And if you go into the actual course, an actual lesson, which is that slide deck that we uploaded, it says lesson available on 11/4/2018 at 9 a.m., which is that delay that we have set up. So this kind of comes back to the ability to be able to drip content out to the students. So this is the time release on a relative to time students. Accept 365 days in the future, 20-hour format. Lessons are displaying a student with a lock that they can't access this lesson until this time. Cool. Then we have that there, and we also added the ability to use the left navigation as a drop down here. Where are we at? New navigation left on the drop down. So if you come back here, we have new navigation here, which is sales, instructors, training, billing, account, and settings. We looked at some of those tabs already, but unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to go through all the tabs here today. I'll be creating a separate video for those because I think this video has gone long enough. Okay, so the last part that we have here that we haven't talked about is the AllStar course launcher. And this is a course that we have put together for all of instructors in order for them to be able to learn how to create courses. Not just so much about the software, but also about the soft skills such as public speaking, creating curriculum, what to teach, how to teach it, who to teach to, how to find audience, how to sell to those audience. We created this entire course for all of our instructors for them to be able to benefit from a lot of my knowledge, a lot of the knowledge of our team, and just really benefit and move their skills up as an instructor. So I'm going to show you how to get access to that. But that goes in and shows you how to create a profitable course, detects if you've been registered, and then we register to a course that we built using Sparkki with the API. And then we remove the logout functionality because we're integrating it inside the Sparkki platform. So if you come back over here and go into training, you'll see here's the course, the AllStar course launcher, where it goes ahead and talks about all the things that you're going to learn inside, which is the fundamentals, mindset mastery, crafting your USP, product development, outsourcing, growing your audience, building your course, and then launching your course. But I'm not going to go inside this course. Pretty much you can just access it here by just going to the training tab. You'll have access to it there. And if you have not registered for it, we automatically register as soon as you click on the training tab. We automatically go ahead and register for the course. So no need to contact us. Just click on the tab and it will give you access automatically. Moving on here, now I'm going to go ahead and move on to the fixes. So we added support to support n number of modules on the student portal. So if you come back over here, go over here and then go into modules, you'll see here, right now there's only one module here. And if you come back into here, you'll see here that we have our modules that we have created. So curriculum, modules, right now we only have one. So here's the one that you're seeing right now. So we added the ability to be able to support just as many modules as you want. Before we just had 8 modules. Now you can go as many modules as deep as you want. So if you want to have a course with 55 modules, you can now. Also, we added support for the flashing left navigation. This was reported by one of our instructors as well. If you went here and you did a page refresh, this left navigation would flash. That was based because on the syllabus section that's being shown or hidden depending on if you have it enabled or not. So if you go into syllabus, settings, we unpublish it, come back over here, refresh, you see here the syllabus is now gone and we're not getting that flashing of the navigation on the left side. Also fixed the issue with the video playing being scrolled in on the visual player, on the visual builder. So if you come back over here, pages, right here, there was a bug. If you would click on these, it would actually, it would go to like a really thin line if you went specifically on the desktop view. But now we're just kind of have the mobile, desktop, tablet, and all those are working fine. Now, added a fix for the syllabus, so more than 120,000 lines. So if you come back over here, curriculum, syllabus, editor, right here. So if you have more than 120,000 lines, so let's say for example, I don't know how many lines that is, but you can imagine 120,000 lines of just content. One of our instructors actually had more than 120,000 lines, so we had to go ahead and do a little bit more testing there. So we fixed that bug with more than 120,000 lines there. So if you have more than 120,000 lines, we'll support that file. Just copy and paste it over and that syllabus will show up there. Also, we fixed the audio. Audio file wasn't playing for the students. That's working now. Here's the audio. There it is. Awesome. And then fix the visual designer issues for mobile and desktop viewports, which we talked about already. So that's going to go ahead and do it here for this update. This is Sparkki Weekly Progress number 16, account management. Obviously, there was a lot more information that we talked about today. There was a lot of changes. There's still going to be more changes to come. We are going to be working a lot more specifically on the data analytics side and then the quiz building side. So those are the two functionalities that are going to be coming out here pretty soon, which is going to be the ability for you to be able to create quizzes and be able to bring those quizzes into different parts of your lesson. And then the next part is going to be the sales parts and the analytics. So sales, analytics, and then quiz. So those are the three new features that we're going to be working on as far as product development wise. But we're really excited that we have really moved the ball forward in order for us to be able to start getting more of the things that we're working on completed. So that's pretty much going to do it here for me. If you have any questions, make sure to reach out, and I'll talk to you next time.